In a quiet town, nestled between mist-covered hills, stood an old abandoned school. Long ago, it echoed with laughter and learning, but now its halls were shrouded in darkness and whispers of the past. One gloomy evening, a group of curious friends decided to explore the mysterious school. Tim, the brave one, led the way. Sarah clung to his arm, her heart racing. Michael and Lily followed, their flashlights cutting through the thick darkness. As they stepped inside, the air turned icy cold, and a chilling wind swept through the hallway. The friends exchanged nervous glances, but their curiosity pushed them forward. In the distance, they heard faint whispers and giggles. Lily's flashlight flickered, casting eerie shadows on the peeling walls. A soft voice seemed to echo, "Come and play." The group hesitated, but Tim urged them on. They entered a classroom, its desks covered in dust. A chalkboard bore traces of unfinished lessons, frozen in time. Suddenly, the door slammed shut behind them, causing Sarah to shriek. Tim tried the handle, but it wouldn't budge. Trapped, they heard the sound of footsteps echoing down the hallway. Each step brought an overwhelming sense of dread. The source of the footsteps remained hidden in the darkness. A distant bell tolled, its mournful sound filling the air. The friends exchanged terrified glances, realizing they were not alone. Lily's flashlight flickered again, revealing ghostly figures of children in old-fashioned clothes, their eyes empty and hollow. As the figures drew nearer, their whispers turned into a haunting chant, "Forever here, forever near." Desperation gripped the group. Tim spotted a staircase leading to the basement. With trembling legs, they descended into the abyss below. The air grew thick with a suffocating darkness, and the temperature dropped even further. In the basement, they discovered a room with strange symbols painted on the walls. The symbols seemed to pulse with an eerie energy. A cold, spectral hand brushed against Michael's shoulder, causing him to gasp. The friends shone their flashlights around, revealing the spectral children standing in a circle around them. The chant grew louder and more frantic, their voices intertwining in a chorus of despair. "Join us, be one with us." Tim and his friends huddled together, their hearts pounding. Suddenly, a powerful gust of wind extinguished their flashlights, plunging them into total darkness. Panic took hold as unseen fingers brushed against their skin, sending shivers down their spines. In a desperate bid for escape, they stumbled their way through the darkness, their hands outstretched to avoid any obstacles. The relentless chant echoed around them, pushing them to the brink of madness. Just as hope seemed lost, a faint glimmer of light appeared in the distance. They raced toward it, their breaths ragged and their bodies trembling. The light grew brighter, illuminating the exit. As they burst out of the school, gasping for air, they looked back to see the building consumed by an eerie blue flame. The chanting grew fainter until it faded into silence. The friends never spoke of that night again. They went their separate ways, haunted by the memories of the haunted school. And though the building stood empty, its dark secrets remained, the chilling reminder of the horrors that lay within. Even now, if you pass by the abandoned school on a quiet night, you might hear the faint echoes of the haunting chant and feel an icy chill down your spine. Years passed, but the memory of that terrifying night never left Tim and his friends. The haunted school became a topic they avoided, burying their shared experience deep within themselves. One fateful day, Tim received a letter in the mail. The return address was simply the name of the town where the haunted school stood. The letter contained only a single line: return to where it began. Despite his fear, curiosity gnawed at Tim's mind. He contacted Sarah, Michael, and Lily, sharing the mysterious letter with them. Reluctantly, they agreed to meet at the town. As they stood before the decaying school, memories of that chilling night flooded back. The building seemed even more foreboding than before, as if it held a secret waiting to be unveiled. As they stepped inside, the air grew cold once more, and the same eerie whispers floated through the hallway. However, this time the whispers seemed to form words: "We never left." Determined to uncover the truth, the friends followed the whispers to the basement. The symbols on the walls were now glowing faintly, casting an otherworldly light. As they approached the center of the room, a trapdoor was revealed beneath their feet. With trepidation, they descended into the darkness below. The air was suffused with an unsettling energy, and they found themselves in a cavernous chamber. In the center of the chamber stood a pedestal, on which rested an old, dusty book. The book seemed to pulse with an otherworldly power, and as they opened it, words written in an ancient language danced across the pages. Sarah's voice trembled as she read a passage aloud. To break the curse, one must face their deepest fear. Suddenly, the room began to shift and change. Each friend found themselves in a nightmarish scenario, facing their own personal fears. Tim was surrounded by a swarm of spectral children. Michael confronted his past mistakes. Lily was engulfed in darkness, and Sarah relived her greatest regrets. Despite their terror, a sense of determination emerged. They realized that the only way to escape was to confront their fears head-on. With newfound courage, Tim reached out to the spectral children, showing them kindness and understanding. Michael admitted his past mistakes and sought forgiveness. Lily embraced the darkness, finding strength within it. Sarah let go of her regrets, embracing the present. As they faced their fears, the room began to change once more. The symbols on the walls glowed brighter, illuminating the chamber. The haunting whispers transformed into soft, comforting words. "Release us, free us." With a final surge of bravery, Tim and his friends placed their hands on the book. The ancient language shifted, becoming readable. The pages filled with their collective memories and experiences, absorbing the energy that had bound the spirits to the school. A blinding light filled the chamber, and when it faded, the friends found themselves standing outside the school. The building had transformed, its once decrepit exterior now restored to its former glory. The spectral children were nowhere to be seen. Tim, Sarah, Michael, and Lily stood together, a sense of closure washing over them. The curse had been broken, and the haunted school was no longer a place of terror. As they left, a feeling of peace settled over the town, as if a long-held darkness had finally been lifted. Years later, when the friends were asked about that night, they would smile and say that the haunted school was haunted no more. It had become a place of redemption, a reminder that facing one's fears could lead to the most unexpected of outcomes. And though the memory of that night remained, it was no longer a source of horror, but a testament to the strength of friendship and the power of confronting the unknown. In the serene town of Elmridge, nestled among gentle hills, there stood a school that bore an unassuming facade. Its red brick walls and neatly trimmed hedges gave no hint of the enigma that lay within its halls, a secret that could send shivers down even the bravest spine. Jacob, a reserved and inquisitive young boy, arrived as a new student at Elmridge Elementary School. With his tousled hair and quiet demeanor, he seemed to blend seamlessly into the background. On his first day, the other students welcomed him warmly, sensing a kindred spirit beneath his introverted exterior. Among those who extended a friendly hand were Alex and Mia, two classmates who shared Jacob's affinity for adventure and an insatiable curiosity about the unknown. As days turned to weeks, the bond between Jacob, Alex, and Mia grew stronger. They spent their free hours exploring the school grounds, piecing together the history of the school through its faded murals and weathered plaques. It wasn't long before their curiosity led them to the attic, a dimly lit, forgotten space that held the secrets of generations past. One particularly gloomy afternoon, as rain pelted the windows and cast melancholic shadows, the trio found themselves climbing the creaking wooden stairs that led to the attic. Armed with a lantern and fueled by a sense of adventure, they stepped into the realm of the forgotten. Dust particles danced in the air as they sifted through stacks of old books, trunks filled with forgotten artifacts, and crates bearing relics of the school's history. It was in this attic that Jacob's fingers brushed against an aged leather-bound journal. Its pages were yellowed with time, and its ink had faded to a sepia hue. The journal seemed to beckon to Jacob, as if imploring him to unearth its secrets. As he opened the journal, its pages crackled with anticipation, revealing tales of students who had roamed the halls of Elmridge Elementary School in ages past. The stories within the journal were peculiar, to say the least. They spoke of whispers that seemed to emanate from the very walls of the school, of flickering lights that defied explanation. As Jacob, Alex, and Mia pored over the pages, they felt an unsettling energy envelop them, a sensation that seemed to bridge the gap between the past and the present. Intrigued by the enigmatic stories, the friends decided to read aloud from the journal. As the final words of an entry left Jacob's lips, a sudden gust of wind swept through the attic. The lantern flickered and dimmed, plunging the space into an inky darkness. The air seemed to crackle with an otherworldly energy, and the three friends found themselves enveloped in a palpable silence. Then, from the depths of the shadows, soft whispers emerged. Like a gentle breeze rustling through leaves, the whispers seemed to come from all directions at once. Goosebumps rose on their arms as the whispers grew more distinct, forming words that sent a shiver down their spines. Join us, become one with the shadows. Wide-eyed and heart-pounding, Jacob exchanged incredulous glances with Alex and Mia. They strained their eyes, searching for the source of the eerie voices, but the darkness remained impenetrable. Suddenly, a figure materialized before them. A girl with coal-black eyes, her ethereal presence exuding a mix of sorrow and longing. The girl extended a ghostly hand toward Jacob, her voice a haunting murmur. "Stay with us, forever." Fear surged through Jacob's veins, and he instinctively pulled away, stumbling backward as the spectral figure reached out. With adrenaline coursing through their veins, the three friends scrambled to their feet, their breaths coming in ragged gasps. The whispers persisted, their urgency heightening the sense of impending doom. In a state of disarray, Jacob, Alex, and Maya fled the attic, their lantern casting flickering shadows on the walls. they raced down the creaking stairs, the echoes of their footsteps reverberating through the empty corridors. The chilling whispers pursued them, growing louder and more insistent, as if seeking to consume their very souls. Days turned into nights, yet the haunting whispers refused to release their grip on the trio. They heard the disembodied murmurs in the classroom, the cafeteria, and even in their dreams. Each night, the shadowy girl appeared in their slumber, her hollow eyes locking onto theirs, as if trying to convey a message beyond words. The weight of fear began to take its toll on the friends. Sleepless nights and racing thoughts left them on edge, their once close bond tested by a haunting force that now bound them. But amidst the growing dread, they found solace in one another's company, each seeking comfort in the presence of those who understood their shared torment. One evening, as the moon cast its silvery glow over Elmridge, Jacob, Alex, and Mia made a pact to confront the darkness that had infiltrated their lives. With candles in hand, they ascended the attic stairs once more, their steps echoing in the silent halls. The lantern, its light feeble yet unwavering, illuminated the path before them. As they entered the attic, the air seemed to pulse with an otherworldly energy. Shadows danced and shifted, creating an eerie tableau that seemed to breathe with a life of its own. In the center of the room, they arranged the candles in a protective circle, their flames casting a warm, flickering light that pushed back the encroaching darkness. With the journal spread open before them, they began to read the words etched on its pages. The stories of whispered secrets and flickering lights took on new meaning as they resonated within the attic's ancient walls. The shadows responded, their movements growing more frenetic, as if stirred by the power of the words. And then, as they reached the final lines of the journal, a voice echoed through the chamber, a voice that seemed to meld with the very essence of the attic. It was the voice of the shadowy girl, but this time her words were not of enticement or despair. You cannot escape. We are bound. With a unity born of shared resolve, Jacob, Alex, and Mia closed their eyes and clasped each other's hands, forming a circle within the protective ring of candles. Their voices rose as one, their declaration echoing through the room. We reject your hold. Fear will not consume us. As their voices gained strength, a blinding light erupted from their intertwined hands, pushing back the shadows that had held them captive. The very foundation of the room trembled as if in protest, and for a moment it seemed as though the darkness would never recede. But gradually, inexorably, the light prevailed. The shadows retreated, their presence diminishing until only the soft glow of the candles remained. As the light faded, Jacob, Alex, and Maya found themselves standing within the attic once more. The lantern still burned, its glow steady and reassuring. The air was calm, the whispers silenced at last.